Since it is the 21st episode, and Richie made a big deal about you're 20. What'd you say to me? We're 21 and we're
21. We get to drink.
We're legal.
We're legal.
All right. One of the episodes was down in Cincinnati at a place called Willow Run.
Mm-hmm.
At Willow Run, you saw that episode.
Yep.
You can blend your own personal bourbon. So, I don't know which camera picks this up.
Right here in front of you.
This is one that I blended myself down at Willow Run. It is the From Bottle to Bar. There's nothing else like it. It's
That's
my
the
own.
one you made in the episode.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the one I made in the episode. And this is the one that we're going to open up tonight and share on your 21st birthday. But
we're going to get drunk.
You know, but this is and I'm proud of it because they give you up to I think 5 or 6 different whiskeys, blended whiskeys to choose from, and you piecemeal it all together, and I think I ended up using 4 in this one to come up with, but this is my own personal blend, and you can pick and choose from that episode what you want. But
so we're gonna run a clip right here.
Every bourbon lover secretly pines to make their own blend of a bottle. Willow Run in Cincinnati gives you the opportunity to put your name on something uniquely your own in respects to a blend. Gentlemen,
Hey,
Clarence?
how you doing? Clarence.
Dino,
Nice to
Nathan?
meet you.
Yes. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Little Run.
A pleasure to be here. I understand that if I would like my own customized bottle of bourbon, this is the place to be.
This is definitely the place to be.
Let's make some magic. Process.
I think the clip
And
is going
I'm
to
going to make
when we actually
what I've always wanted to do, what I think anybody that loves bourbon, I'm going to blend my own bottle to my specifications, to what I think a bottle of bourbon should taste like.
So you'll try 6 different uniquely finished bourbons, and you blend them till you get something that matches your palate.
I feel like a mad scientist creating something amazing that would change the world. My world, anyway. Yeah, when we, I think the clip is going to be when we actually all taste this blend, and there is a spontaneous, unanimous. You'll see.
Well, thank you for bringing that.
Yeah.
I feel honored.
You're welcome.
So tell us, how did Bottle to Bar come to be? Where did the idea, the concept, how did this all come to happen?
Well, the original idea. You got glasses?
We got glasses, so we came prepared.
You got glasses. The original idea. Hang on a second.
I like that.
One of my favorite sounds. One of my favorite sounds. I always, when I'm at home, I always pour my guests first, and I know I'm a guest here, but is that enough? Except for okay. I don't know, Jeremy. Do you like whiskey?
I do like whiskey.
I'm sorry, I heavy pour. Yeah. The original idea.
Well, salute.
Salute. Thank you guys for having
Thank you.
me.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna come over there.
I
I'll come over
appreciate it.
there.
Thanks for having me on. This has been a blast so far. I'm sure it's going to go off the rails here any moment. Oh, because the other thing before you sipped it, the other thing I brought too, which honestly I don't know how he's survived without this. Richie was over at my house a while back to put an audition on tape. I think, if I remember correctly, it was the audition that he's actually now working on as an actor, the film you're doing right now.
Oh, Ohio 10 is the mayor.
Yeah, and you left behind your hairspray. I don't know how he's so adamant about how his hair looks when he's auditioning.
Because he's got a case of it.
Yeah, he's got I imagine so, because he left this behind, and I've just been waiting for the right. So you do have more of it.
Well, yeah, actually, I forgot to bring a bottle with me to set yesterday. Mm-hmm. So on the way to set, we had to stop off at Walgreens and buy another can.
Yeah. It's it's got everything Richie likes: is silk, natural botanicals and herbs, and anti-humidity, thermal protect. Jesus. But it's only got a hold level of 3.
Yeah. We don't want it too stiff.
That's what she said. Here, you take it back.
Well, thank you.
I'm not gonna.
I mean, you could have left it there. We do now have a whole auditioning studio set up at your house.
Crazy bastard. He's brought over pretty much everything he needs to audition at my
Got
house.
toothbrush.
Well, it's
there,
not just for me.
he's
It's
just trying
also
to
for
spend the
you
night.
and for Ralph.
He's moving in.
You and Ralph are the only two that get auditions anymore. I don't get any.
So,
Bottle of Bar.
while we're talking in the here, we're sitting about Bottle of Bar. Tell me about the premise of Bottle of Bar, and
All
tell me what the story is about.
Okay, when I told you that there were projects I had lined up before the pandemic, one of the ideas that I had was I had started to make.
Well, you don't. I'm gonna drink some of this.
Go ahead, by all means do. I started to make good relationships with the good people at OHLQ, Ohio Liquor. I would go on barrel picks. This is when a group of people from Ohio Liquor go to a distillery. They try 25 to 30 different samples of things and narrow it down to 4, 5, or 6 barrels that they will then bring to the state of Ohio and sell. And I was fortunate and blessed enough to go on a lot of those barrel picks with them and pick, because I have a pretty good palate when it comes to bourbons. And the superintendent at the time was a guy named James Canepa, who now is on the pot side of things with the state of Ohio. But we talked about a show, because I would take these little videos, take these little videos when I was doing the barrel picks, and we'd put them on Whiskey Business and that type of thing. They were just fun. Nothing, but they were.
Now, for people who don't know, Whiskey Business is Dino's podcast.
Oh yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's been going around been on for a while now. I forget, but I pitched the idea, like, wouldn't it be cool if we could actually do a show where I go to these distillers. That was just distillers. I go to Buffalo Trace. I go to Jim Beam. I go to Jack Daniels, and have fun, and do a nice light version of what the distillery is all about.
Right.
And have some laughs along the way. So it was just going to be about that. It wasn't even called From Bottle to Bar. It was going to be called, I don't even know what it was going to be called. They loved the idea. We started to get that thought process going, and then the pandemic hit and shut down, gone. Flash forward to me on the way to Jack Daniels with Ohio Liquor to do barrel picks. And I say to Lorraine, I said, I'm kind of bored and I got another idea. What is it? And I said, what about this? And I pitched it just like this. Anthony Bourdain meets diners, drive-ins, and dives. All in Ohio. All in Ohio, she perked right up.
Sure.
I said, I go to a distillery. I find out about the distillery. I go to Lorraine's distillery, and I find out why she left Ohio Liquor and decided to make whiskey on her own. Then I ask you, Lorraine, I said, now tell me what bar in town does something fun with Lorraine's whiskey.
Yeah.
And she says, oh, you go to Adrian's. And I go to Adrian's bar, and I meet the people at Adrian's bar, and they do something special with Lorraine's whiskey. And if they have a special food item or something on the menu, or there's something, whatever the case might be, as you've discovered when you watch these episodes, I go, she goes, you have a name for it? I go, yes. Very simple. I go from bottle to bar. Love it. Let's do it. Great. I think we're going to get moving in 2 months. No. 3 months. No. January. Can we start shooting? Not yet. Like to get something out by the spring. It took a year.
Wow.
From pitch to production for the first episodes that you're seeing right now. And that's nobody's fault. It's just the way things work. You know, everything has to go through its process. It had to go through legal. It had to go through this, and there were hoops to jump through. But the bottom line is that eventually they gave us the approval and the budget, and now we're making what people seem to be enjoying. The audience is, I think, starting to increase slowly but surely. A lot of the burden of that lies, honestly, on the distillers and the bars that we go to. You know, they need to promote it and push their social media and so forth and so on. But Ohio Liquor loves it because it's doing exactly what they wanted to do. They want to elevate the everyday distiller in Ohio. They
and not
want
only
to
they're elevating the distillery, but you're also, you know, the end product. And like you said, I've watched a lot of these episodes, and they take that whiskey and they take it in there, and they're not just serving the whiskey. They're mixing it, and they're
doing some fun stuff with it.
What's that?
Doing fun stuff with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried root beer whiskey
Right.
on this last episode, and I'm not a sweet guy. I like this.
Right.
You know, but damn. He said it tastes like a root beer barrel like we had when we were kids, and like it did, and like I wouldn't drink a whole lot of it, but that was fun. And then the bar I went to made something fun with it, and it was delicious. I couldn't drink a lot of those; they're too sweet for me. But one or two as a novelty and fun and something you can do, yeah, man. I love getting proven wrong.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
No, that's
there's a certain amount of, again, the things you learn from other things. I was very self-deprecating on stage as a stand-up comedian. I'm very self-deprecating as well on From Bottle to Bar. I will poke fun at myself each and every time. You know, and some people said it's got an Anthony Bourdain vibe to it. Yeah, well, I'm not Anthony Bourdain, and I would never claim to be or want to be compared to that legendary gentleman who did so many things, who I also relate to because he suffered from depression and ultimately, you know, ended his own life. So I identify him sometimes a little too intently and too strongly, but I'm not trying to imitate him.
right.
He some of the stuff that I do on From Bottle to Bar and how I act would be way not cool enough for him, you know. But it works for me. I'm just being me, and I'm having fun and learning and educating and just having a good time along the way. But OHLQ loves the fact that we are elevating the local business.
No, that's
the local
and
distiller
I think that's
and
the
local
cool thing
bar.
about it. It's not only are you promoting, but you're saying, hey, here's this new cool distillery. Here's this cool bar that does something with that.
Right.
You know, and you can almost make a roadmap for what you're doing.
There actually is a roadmap on the website.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I'm
going to check that out.
If
And
you
that's
go
really fun.
From bottletobar.com, there's an actual roadmap of all the places we've gone to. And if you click on all the distilleries we go to, we have the QR codes for all the distilleries and all the bars. And if you click on our website, from bottletobar.com, if you go there, you click and you'll discover all these things. We're still learning.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still learning ways to make it better.
But if you were a guy that loved whiskey, or
it's not
loved
always
stuff
whiskey
like that,
or
you
gin.
can go on the website
Vodka.
and you can check
Vodka,
and you can
gin.
check out all these different places and go to these places.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something to do this summer, you know.
Well, you want to try that cinnamon roll.
Oh, the cinnamon roll that was in episode 2, the cinnamon roll at the mine,
The burger, yeah.
Becky's and the mine, yeah. I mean, that's the other cool thing for me. I'm having a blast, but I have met and continued to meet
Right.
so many cool people.
Right. That's the fun part. That's what I like about what you do. Is you're meeting people that are just regular people that are excited about stuff, you know, and they're like, hey, while you're here, because I get into that. What is the guy that does the pizza reviews? What's his name?
I don't know.
He
got
does
me.
it on TikTok. He's a famous guy too, and he goes around and he just gets pizza and he reviews pizza. And he just runs around, and I watch every one of those episodes because it's just like it's these hometown guys. They're and they're just talking about something so simple,
Right.
But it's like, hey, I could go there.
But I did
And
love
try-
the fact that you tried oysters in your first episode.
I love oysters.
Yeah.
You put a little hot sauce in them. That's the way to eat them, man. You just gotta
Oysters. I've had oysters Rockefeller, like I said in the episode, because they're all dressed up with, and you
Everything
forget
else.
you forget there's an oyster in there, and it's all slides down without.
Yeah, you
because
just gotta relax the throat and let it slide.
Yeah, okay. All right. That's
It's good stuff, man.
Those Canadians.
Yeah,
right. Actually, I think one of the oysters I had was from Canada. Now that I think about it.
I grew up around a lot of seafood, and I've seen some crazy seafood.
So how many episodes are in this entire series?
There'll be three seasons.
Okay.
3 10-episode seasons. We are coming up on episode. By the time this comes out, we will be fast approaching. Yeah, I think this Thursday, episode 9 comes out, and that was at Towpath Distillery up in Akron, Ohio. They lean into their gin. They also make bourbon, but they're known for their gin, and they make magnificent gin. And then they sent me to a place called the Green Dragon Inn, which was interesting. It sounded exotic, and they do some crazy stuff. But the Green Dragon Inn is a gaming bar, board games.
Okay.
you know.
Did you play any when you were there?
I did not play anywhere there, but because I'm not a gamer per se.
Not even checkers?
I did. I asked if they had. I started rattling off certain board games. Because they had all the, the role playing ones, where
Right.
the characters,
Right.
and literally thousands of them. They also have something that wasn't going on that particular night, but they also have some role playing as well, and they also have full armor MMA battles, where you dress up in full armor characters, and these people fight with real swords.
I've seen
and
some of that
shit.
stuff online. And
Well, they
do
it
and they
there.
hit each other hard.
Yeah, they do. And if that would have been going on, I would have armored up and
Yeah,
I would love to
if I
see
had the
that.
opportunity, I would absolutely do that.
might have been the last episode we did, but
But I'm pretty much one of those guys that if you dare me to do so, don't start.
yeah,
But I'm one of those guys. I'm always up
I
for
would have
something
done it.
like
I would have
that.
done
Absolutely.
it. And the place was cool. It looked like you were walking into like a medieval castle type of thing, and everything down to the menus it was just a really cool experience. And again, the fact that I get to introduce people to this place that
Right.
I didn't know about.
Right.
I wouldn't have known
You're putting
it
something on a
existed.
map, and that's really cool.
Some of these distilleries that we've gone to, Worcester, Minglewood Distillery. Then he sends us to a bar in Medina, Ohio, that I would have never known. That was a great bar. Great people, great food. I mean,
Sometimes people can make really great stuff, and they got so much pride in what they do, but they don't know how to promote themselves.
right.
And that's what you're doing, and I love that. That's
thank you.
exactly what I love about it. It's like you're promoting people that are like, hey, I'm doing this really cool thing, and I'm just this little mom and pops, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, maybe you should go check this out. Maybe this is your thing. And I love that.
Yeah, I'm having a good time with it. But to answer your earlier question, 3 10-episode seasons, which will take us into 27.
Okay.
We're taking when episode 10 is released, we'll take a short break, 6 to 8 week break, but not really, because we'll still be putting out short content to push everybody back to season 1, and then tease right around week number 6, start teasing season 2. But yeah, 30 episodes in total before it's all said and done. And then after that, I don't know. Maybe we'll keep going, because there are 66 distilleries in Ohio.
Sure.
Believe it or not.
Really?
66 distilleries in Ohio.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Me either. Me either.
And guys, by the way, I just wanted to shoot this out here, just as we're talking about this. You could, excuse me. You can watch. Oh
It's the
yeah, that's
whiskey,
exactly
isn't
what it
it?
was.
It's the whiskey.
You can watch all these episodes. They're free to watch.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you can, and there, I watch it on YouTube. Where else can you get it?
You can watch it on YouTube. We post them on LinkedIn. We put shorts on Instagram, and of course, you can go to our website and watch everything.
Yeah.
Including the extra that comes out in between the weeks. Have you watched any of the full bottle episodes?
Geez, I'm gonna have to go on the website.
You have not.
No, because I just what I do is I follow the Facebook page,
Right.
and when and it
Instagram page.
alerts me certain I
Yeah.
watch certain things on
Episodes drop on a Thursday.
uh-huh.
The following Thursday, something that was hurting me, that we were getting so much great footage that we couldn't use it all.
Yep.
You know, we shoot for hours, and a lot of it, but in that 12 to 11 to 13 minute, that's because that's how long the episodes are. We have to get the distillery in and the bar / restaurant and so forth, all of it, and combine it. So there'd be these great conversations that took place either at the distillery or at the bar that nobody could see.
Right.
So I said, I came up with the full bottle, which is barrel proof, unedited. You know,
I now have my
from-
weekend plans. I'm
for
gonna
the
watch.
full
I'm
bottle.
gonna watch all those.
Well, it's like if you watched all the episodes, you remember the Indian Creek episode where we went with the Staley family that unearthed the distillery it was been the family forever. That full bottle episode where I talk with Missy and Joe, it's about 25 minutes long and it's uninterrupted, it's unedited. That's the beauty of it too.
Yeah.
These portions are unedited; they're in the moment. Is probably one of my favorite whiskey interviews in a long, long time, because it talked about we started to get a little romantic, if you will, if not in the loving sense, but in the romance and the love for the craft
Yeah.
of what happens with whiskey in the history. And it got a little meta as we were drinking spirits on property and land that had spirits on it from the past. You know, this is the same property and the same stills. It was
deep.
Yeah,
It was deep.
It was deep. Some humor in it as well, but yeah, just a great conversation. So yeah, I tell people to watch the full bottles. You're not the first person who's missed the full bottle. My sister doesn't even aware. My sister subscribes, and she never watches the full bottle.
Yeah, I'm just so busy that like I have to have the YouTube just alert me, hey, this is a new
Right.
episode, because that way I can track these shows that I really like, and so that's how I watch a lot of my stuff. So I'll go back though.
And the episodes are short for a reason, because we know what the average attention span is, and I'm enjoying it. Are you enjoying this?
No, this is great.
This little blend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually, when I decided to bring this, I thought, Richie's a rum guy, but I know what this tastes like.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Richie friendly. I do.
So let me just say, one of the things I love is going to Dino's house and seeing the episodes come together, because I'll go there and it'll be Ralph, me, John, and Dino will be looking at what they filmed in the edited version, and then his brain, you could just watch the wheels turning because he's trying to figure out the voiceover stuff.
Right.
that he's
I
gonna
write
put
all the
on there.
voiceovers. I write all the.
So I get to see this,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
video, before all the voiceover and everything, and then I get to watch the video when it comes out on
Right.
YouTube, and I'm like, wow.
No, that's cool.
Wow, it's
That's cool.
just-
Matter of fact, with my news agency, I created a site of Post News and Photos.
There we are. I was
And
waiting
basi-
for it. I was waiting for the plug. Santa Post.
Good.
And the reason
Good
why
for you.
I created that page
Yeah.
was simply for exactly what you're saying. Because I would go to all these cool stories or whatever, and I'd take that one major photo, that one on the headline, and maybe a couple in the story or whatever. But I took too many photos. So I started dumping them on that page simply to be like, hey, I don't want to just erase these.
Right.
You know, because these tell a story too.
No, there's
they
stories
tell a
there.
story too.
Yeah.
So that's very cool, and I'm totally gonna watch every one of those.
the
because
full
I'm
bottles.
into
They're
that.
fun. Some of them are long, 25 minutes. Some are shorter. Some are distillers, and some are. There's one called the full bottle. It's the full pizza. We were in Western Reserve, and we went to Pizza DeLoro, and that full bottle episode is the full pizza episode, just because that family was so cool. and the story on how they got there, and the pizza was amazing. It's just fun. Real people.
Real people.
Real people.
And that's what I love about it. It's just real people. You go there, you get treated, you get treated like a king when you go to these places.
This episode here
yeah.
in Cincinnati, we were at the Bay Horse, and the full bottle is just us at the bar talking and laughing and sharing. And I order and get Chinese food in real time in that particular full bottle episode because
It came so fast.
It came so fast.
Have you ever been down in the beer tunnels, the whiskey tunnels and stuff they have in Cincinnati?
No, I have not, and I want to.
I did. I went down there, and my wife signed me up for one, and I appreciated it. And we went into this person's house. It was just a regular house, and we went to the basement of this regular house, and there was a hole in the corner of the basement. I guess he was doing some renovations, and he had a jackhammer, and all of a sudden he was jackhammering, and then his jackhammer disappeared.
Okay.
And they've discovered these beer tunnels that were built in the 1800s underneath these people's homes, where that's how they kept this beer good in Cincinnati. So then you climb down this ladder almost, and now you're all of a sudden in this 50-foot beer tunnel that's 15 feet tall. It was built in the 1800s. And you can just walk around in there. It's just the most amazing thing. And there's all kinds of them. They're under infrastructure and stuff because they're so deep down in the ground.
I wonder if that was also storage for during Prohibition as well.
Yeah. So the story that they told me was it was back when they were doing, because it was a pig community in Cincinnati, and they were
Pig people.
Big people.
But they were harvesting.
Was there a king? Was there a king of Pig Hill?
They were harvesting all these pigs, and then when they had the carcasses, they were throwing them in the rivers. And then all of a sudden, you had all these pigs in the river, and it was fouling their water. So then they were using this low alcoholic beer, and they were even giving it to children and stuff in the 1800s. So they had this need for this low alcoholic beer and stuff for regular drinking purposes.
Because the water was tainted.
Because the water was
dead
tainted
pigs.
with their manufacturing and stuff. But they even have some of the chutes where somebody from the ground floor, or whatever, they push a barrel down, and the barrel goes down these chutes like this, so it doesn't come down fast.
Like this.
Yeah, it goes down like this. And they have those chutes. It's a must stop and see down in Cincinnati.
I definitely have to check it out.
Yeah.
We're going back to Cincinnati for another episode down the line for this because there's so many cool things there. And
That's over the Rhine area.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't been on the website. Is there swag available on the website? I would love
swag.
I would love a T-shirt that says "Sweet Baby Bourbon, I'm home."
We talked about that. Again, we are learning and progressing and trying to unearth more of the minutia of what we need. I mean, I didn't realize, even though I was aware, I didn't realize that it's kind of a full-time job doing the episodes. First of all, let me just do an important shout out, because none of what you see and enjoy would be possible without Andy and Megan Eggert, the producers that I picked to do this, when I saw something that they produced for Ohio Liquor as well, because Lorraine said, you can put whatever crew you want together to do this, and I saw their video. Who are these people? And she told me who they were, and I said, because I love the way it was shot, and I love the way it looked, and the business side of me, which I'm not very good at business, but every once in a while I make a smart decision. The business part of me said, not only does this look good, they've already been through the process with OHLQ, so they know how that world works a little bit better as opposed to somebody brand new going in. But ultimately, that wasn't the reason. The reason was the work was outstanding.
Sure.
It was secondary.
It's cool to have a twosome too.
Yeah. They're a husband and wife team. They're great. Then we've also been blessed with working with some great second camera people as well. Jason Eric Vukulik. I say Vukulik. Some people say Vucelich. I don't know which it is. I go back and forth. I say Vukulik because he's from the Valley, and that's how I pronounce it. He's our sound guy in the field. Jay Alton does post. I mean, yeah. Sawyer does the first pass on an edit. That's the beautiful thing. You guys would both appreciate this as creatives. I'm not maniacal in the control, but I have the respect of the people that I work with that they let me have a say
Sure.
in what we're doing. And I get to look at the masters and say this. I don't do the actual editing, but I will make copious notes on what I think should be in the edit.
You sound like Richie.
Right?
Richie does that to me all the time.
I will make copious notes, but ultimately, those people are so good at what they do. Let them do it.
Yeah,
Let them
because
do
it's
their
an
job.
art form.
Right.
Editing is an art form. You look at something and then
Oh my God,
then you've
yeah.
got to crunch it down, and you want to get the best. You want to get the best reactions. You want to get the most heartfelt conversations, and and then you want to tell the story.
And then the people at Between States is our branding and website people. They're the ones that put in some of the fun little animation things that you see, and they're the ones that pick the clips.
The train.
They pick the clips, the tray, the Instagram post.
You
that
hit me
you're
with another one of these?
dude. It's, I have never been one to say that's enough.
That's great stuff.
Isn't it though?
Yes.
I'm kind of proud of this.
Yes, it's great
I'm kind
stuff.
of proud. And when and that clip, we're like, that's the one.
Yeah.
I took this blending process in the episode. Granted, it's cut down. It's cut down.
Can I see an extra part of that on the website now?
What was not part of that. You're good. I know you're good.
He's still hanging on to it over there.
No, not an extra part of that. But I'm telling you, I took my time, man. It was like
It's got a great body to it.
it's a lot of whiskeys that you know and enjoy that are on shelves are blended whiskeys. People that have taken blended from certain barrels and so forth and make it and call it their own. That's basically what Willow Run does, is gives you the opportunity. Because I have that same bottle at home, that says "Damn it, Dino." You've seen that bottle?
Yeah.
That's the same blend.
Oh, is it?
I just put a different label on it because I had the opportunity to do it. Now, the cool thing is like, okay, is that one and done? No. They save what you did in their system, and I could order that same bottle up with my blend, and it'll be waiting for me.
What
down
a
in Cincinnati.
great
Now, can
present
I go
for a
there and
guy.
ask for Dino's bottle, Dino's
You
blend?
could, yeah. You could say they could look me up, and yeah, you could.
So if you out there want to try this bottle, and I'm gonna grab the bottle right here.
Tell them to say the from bottle to bar blend.
If you out there want to try what we're drinking, head on over to Willow Run. Tell them you want to try the bottle that Dino Tripodis made in Bottle to Bar, and get your own and give it a shot.
Yeah, call them up. Willow Run in Cincinnati. Is that a good segue to talk about the bar?
Yeah. What else we got? What else you got going on?
Right?
You got something new happening in Westerville, don't you?
You got like a big old smile. I love the big old smile, man.
What else do you got going on like you don't know?
How did you do radio with that big smile, man?
Like you don't know.
So Dino, I don't know if some of you out there might have seen some news article out there. Dino has something going on in Westerville. Dino, tell us what you got going on in Westerville.
Well, there were two things that someone said to me a long time ago. Before it's all said and done, you're either going to go into politics or you're going to own a bar. Well, I'm not in politics, and I think I can serve my constituents better with
A bar.
a bar. Chris Beardman, dear friend of mine for 20 plus years. He and I have been to many a bar together, and we've sat back and we have shared many a wonderful night in each other's homes. He at my house, me at his house, and so forth and so on. And we always talked about we should open a bar that we would go to not that we didn't enjoy all the bars we've been to. We've met great people, so forth and so on. But one that was like
Your own.
your own, so to speak. Last year, Chris and his two sons, Christopher and Andrew, opened up a sandwich place called Fat Arnie's, which, Richie, you make a damn good sandwich. And may I add, right out of the gate, how initially disappointed I was not to have a sandwich waiting for me when I got here.
Right.
I don't know if the rose is if the bloom is off the rose with our friendship, but there were times where if I even thought about coming down.
Right, he fed you.
He had a
you.
sandwich waiting for me. There were
I
times
mean, you brought presents.
There were times where he would drive up to my house and audition, and he came with a sandwich, or he came with a tub of chicken salad, or he came with I told him to stop on the desserts because they were killing me. They
That
were
was
so
the thing.
good.
You tell me.
I did tell you.
Stop. I'm trying to lose weight.
I told you to stop
I've been
with the
riding my
desserts.
bike. I started riding my bike. I started walking.
I started to stop with the desserts because it's so good. They're
I
so
love you,
freaking
and
good.
I don't want you to be here long.
That's how I met
So
Richie
I
in the
stopped
first
feeding
place.
you.
So good, so good. But then all of a sudden the sandwiches stopped.
They just stop.
And not gradually.
Sometimes
Just like
no means yes, right?
Just
sometimes no means yes, Richie.
freaking cold turkey stopped. Oh, speaking of turkey, I haven't had one. Anyway, I digress.
I almost made you a bologna sandwich tonight.
I would have.
Right.
I'm trying to.
It doesn't
I'm
matter.
trying to keep
It
the F
doesn't-
word out of the
it doesn't-
podcast.
You know, famously, I used to call up Richie and be like, "Hey, I want a sub." He'd be like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Dude, just make me a sandwich," because I know that man's gonna make a better sandwich than if I'm gonna come up with it.
Richie makes a hell of a sandwich, and everything I've had here, and I'm not surprised.
Have you ever had the Reuben with coleslaw? I tell people
yeah.
about it all the time. It's awesome. Adds that little sweet to it. It's so good.
So good, so good.
I like to call it the hot cold contrast.
It's
with
excellent.
crunch.
He's very good at what he does, and he makes a great sandwich. And all right, I'll start paying for him. Whatever.
I'll come down and I'll make him one, and then sometimes I'll walk away, and because he doesn't care, and I'm like, man, like I need to pay for that. So now I just pay for him because it's not a friendship thing. It's hey, I like your subs.
Yeah.
I like your salads. I want to pay for them because I like to eat
Because I like them, and they're good.
Right.
My point being,
It ain't about the money.
My point being, as good of a sandwich as you make, that's kind of the special thing about Fat Arnie's. Christopher, who worked in some very magnificent kitchens like Chapman's and stuff in Columbus, Ohio.
Did he work at Lindy's?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did as a sous chef at Lindy's. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but
I thought I'd read that in the article that was online.
possibly did. And well, he's got a amazing skill set.
What's his signature? Do you know?
The empanadas. The empanadas have made them. They wrote it on the empanadas, but everything they do aside from the empanadas is also great. So they opened up a little carry-out kitchen at Rafters, great bar in Clintonville that my friend Lisa owns, and the kitchen sat dormant for literally decades. And Christopher Beardman, my buddy, and his sons repurposed the kitchen and opened up Fat Arnie's.
Great name, by the way.
Fat Arnie's is named after their cat. It was like a huge fat cat, and it called Fat Arnie's. But they opened up and it took off immediately. You know that Columbus has a great foodie scene, and the right foodies went to Fat Arnie's and have raved and so forth and so on. So they've been a success. In fact, there's been some nights on Indianola where they had to close early because they literally ran out of food. I mean, great problem to have,
Right.
but also a problem to have. So they were looking for a second location and one where they could do some more prep as well.
It's always good to have those. If you're that busy, to have that extra that you
Right.
can pull from.
Beardman and Beardman found it, saw 800 square feet at in Westerville next to the Carlos Pizza. And it looked like we didn't want a big bar.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't want we didn't want a big old sports bar. We wanted something small,
Loungy.
intimate, loungy, like a home before you go home. You know, a living room for everybody type of thing, situation. This is the space. And we went back and forth with it and so forth. And there was one point where we were, well, maybe next time we're going to bow out. But then DeCarlo's wanted to move on and do some different things with their business model. So the DeCarlo space opened up. And that gave Fat Arnie's an opportunity to come in there. And now it just seemed very Kismet-like the ship has come in. We could put Fat Arnie's on this side. The Beardman family expands. And we put The Blind Pour, Pour, next to Fat Arnie's. That's the name of the bar. And that's where we're at. Currently...
Working hand in hand with them.
Working hand in hand. We'll get food from Fat Arnie's. Fat Arnie's will supply us a hot, cold, limited bar menu for when Fat Arnie's closes up. We still have some hot, cold options from Fat Arnie's.
Nice.
At the bar as well. Limited. It's not about that, but the stuff, they'll work in tandem.
You're still feeding people.
Still feeding people, and the boys, the Beardman family, will continue to grow and prosper and spread the Fat Arnie's word. Because I'm telling you what, man, I've had some empanadas, and I've never had empanadas like they make. And there's no offense.
None taken.
No offense. The Apollonia, their hot sub.
Hey, everybody.
You should
creates
try
their-
it, and then
everybody creates their own sandwiches. I don't knock on it.
You make
Like,
great
there's
sandwiches.
There's some. I've had some wonderful sandwiches out there that have inspired me to come up with other creations.
And you know what? Now that I think about it, I haven't had, everything I've had from Fat Arnie's has been hot. A hot sandwich. I've not had a cold sandwich. All my sandwiches from you have been cold and delicious and way more meat than there should ever be on a sandwich to begin with, right?
You gotta
Right.
you gotta eat half of it. Sometimes
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
eat half of it and be like, oh, I'll keep this other half, and then I'll take a bite of the second half.
No.
And then I feel overfull because I've finished the entire sub, and I'm like, man, like I shouldn't have done that.
Let me tell you a couple things. You said you're 50, right? You just and I turned 67 this year. Let me tell you where you're headed in life, all right? Let me tell you where you're headed in life. There's no more this is gone out of my life. Like, I'm going to eat this and save the rest for later. That's not happening anymore. I don't care if I am full. Saving it for later is not happening.
That's how I got fat in the first place.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir. I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
So I could be stuffed to the gills, which, I'm almost glad he didn't have a sandwich.
Because when you put it away, it doesn't taste as good as
No,
you did
now
when you first got it.
you're not in the moment anymore. It's gone. There's a couple things that if you let them sit in the refrigerator the next day, they might get a little better. Some
Sure.
sauces might start to work their magic. No, Richie's you got, and I'm almost glad he didn't have a sandwich because almost because I did a very mature thing on the way down. I had a whole bag of Laffy Taffy on the way down here. I'm not kidding. I swear to God, I did. Yeah, a whole bag of banana Laffy Taffy.
The banana ones?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, my wife is the same way.
I'm a huge fan of anything faux banana. I love bananas, but I like faux banana flavors. A whole bag of Laffy Taffy. So I'm hoping that my next bowel movement is hysterical.
Whiskey and Laffy Taffy.
So back to the blind pour.
Oh yeah, the blind pour.
The blind pour. Menu wise, liquor wise, full bar, not a full bar.
Yeah.
What do you have? What do you got going on?
A full bar.
What are your
You're not.
thoughts?
There's a lot of craft cocktailing going around right now. No.
No craft
I mean,
cocktails.
we'll make a Manhattan. We'll make an old fashioned. We'll make cocktails that you're.
That's all I need is an old fashioned.
That's the cocktails that you're aware of.
the
It's a
original
small-
cocktail.
It's a small place. Our inventory will be limited, and as is our storage. So, we'll have a couple of good things here. Vodkas. They'll be 3 vodkas to choose from, rums, 2 good rums, gins, 2 good gins, maybe 3, 4 scotches, maybe a little heavier. I mean, not maybe, probably a little heavier on the whiskey and the bourbon. Beers, we'll select certain amounts. I guess and underneath in our sign it says we serve what we drink, which is pretty true. What you're going to get there is what we drink and what our friends have drank for years. It's simple. It's comfortable.
Well, I'm hoping my 8-year rum will be there.
It's try
If not,
something.
I might need to have a locker for myself.
It's funny. There is a liquor locker in there that we don't know what to do with because we're limited in space. But there is a liquor locker. I'm actually thinking of bringing it home if we don't use it in the bar. My point being, we'll have plenty of selections, but
And I'm gonna guess that some of this stuff could be obscure and stuff that some people have never even heard about, and that's what you're kind of trying to do, right?
we're gonna focus on there'll definitely be some Ohio products there. Mm-hmm. It's like one of our gins will be an Ohio gin. One of our vodkas will be an Ohio vodka. One of our rums will be an Ohio rum, and same thing with whiskey and so forth. So. One of our beers might be a local brewery as well. There'll be things that are identifiable and comfortable. But the main thing is, which I think is more important, maybe not more important, but just as important as what we're serving, is where you're at and the vibe that's there. Mm-hmm. You're going to be comfortable. I mean, the first thing I told Chris was these ice cream sundae wooden chairs gotta go. This ain't an ice cream parlor, and someone's sitting at this chair at this table. They need to be comfortable.
The coffee shop across the street there. When you go in there, they have a couch.
Yeah, we got couches. We ordered booths.
Nice.
We looked at it like a place. Like if you come in by yourself, there's a place for you to sit. If you're coming in with just you and another person, there's a place for you to sit. 4, there's a place for you to sit. 6 or 8, there's a couch, tables. And it doesn't hold that many people. I mean,
Right.
I know what we can legally hold, but if all the seats were taken, then we stand and we have outside, and it's the press that you speak of. By the way, Westerville has been amazingly gracious and kind and positive and welcoming. And now that word is getting out, I'm seeing things, nice comments from people who listened to Sunny 95 and probably don't know about From Bottle to Bar.
Right.
That's the crazy thing. I shared this with Richie the other night. It's like,
You should put it on a TV in there, man.
there's a TV in there.
I mean, put Bottle the Bar on.
That
It's
seems
self-promoting a little bit,
that
but
sounds
it's
a little
still
too
good.
self-indulgent to
It's
me.
a little bit.
It's a
but I
little
mean,
self-indulgent.
But you're talking about alcohol. You're talking about
I
whiskey.
know,
You're talking about.
I know, but
you're promoting other people too.
I want it to. That just seems too much. Now, will I have a poster that says From Bottle to Bar? What's that? Oh, that's a show. Yeah, I'll do that. But the rest of it seems too indulgent. But the thing I was telling Richie and Ralph the other night was like, and I'm not upset about this. It's just an observation. It's like, I'm a creative person, made movies, right? Do From Bottle to Bar. You love it.
I love it.
Thank you. It's nice. I try to do my due diligence and do good work with Ohio Suicide. And
I love that too.
I love that too. And I don't with the last one, I don't expect pats on the back or attaboys because I do that because it's important to me. But the other stuff, the creative stuff, I'll get the occasional attaboy, well done, I saw it, I loved it, so forth and so on. I have gotten more reaction from opening a bar than I've gotten from any film I've done, any show that I'm working on, anything that I have written. And I realize that a bar is a social common denominator. Richie had some other perspectives, which I don't want to get into. We'll leave them alone. But I think the bar is a social common denominator. And yes, what's going into creating this place is creative.
Sure.
We're spending time with the vibe, the mood, what that needs, where that chair needs to be, how that couch needs to feel, the kind of music that we're going to play. We're not having a jukebox. We're going to curate our own soundtrack on a reel-to-reel that'll be 6 hours of music that goes back from, you might hear Cole Porter in one song and Bruno Mars 4 songs later. But it's music that, it's music that vibes, because we were thinking about all the years that we've entertained people. I had to answer some questions for an interview just before I got here. And, how did it all come to be? And the vibe was when we would entertain in our homes, Chris and his and mine and our other friends too, but nobody would leave. Why wouldn't they leave?
Because they're comfortable.
Because they're comfortable. And they feel like they're at home, even though they're not at home. And the music.
It's something that mainstream has lost. Mm-hmm. Because they want to get you in, get your cash, and get you out. But to get a place, it's.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want to get you in and get you out. If you're going to stay, I hope you drink more.
Sure.
Right, got to pay the bills.
Yeah, I got to pay the bills.
Right.
But I get your point exactly. Yeah.
But I have one question that I didn't ask the other night.
Okay.
Did you tell your mom you're opening up a bar?
Not yet. Not yet.
I want to know her reaction.
Not yet. And it's funny. It's like the clock is ticking, because by the time this interview is up and out, I will be in Florida for my mother's 90th birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Mama. 90 years old, July 7th.
Which means you got some time yourself.
What?
You got some time yourself.
What are you talking about?
It's kind of like one of those things. It's in the genes.
Oh,
man.
it's in the genes? Oh, yeah. No.
My grandmother's 96. She still drives around and goes visits people, and they had to stop her from taking a roof off of the barn. I mean. No,
I've often said before that when I die, it's not going to be of a tragic illness or anything like that. I'm going to have to, in order for me to die any sooner than my life expectancy, I'm going to have to be horribly murdered. Which could happen. But to answer Richie's question, no. And here's the funny part. It's out on social media. But I have a family that pays no attention to my social media or my accomplishments. So they don't know about the bar yet. And I will probably tell them when I go down to Florida, but not until then. Because what's the first thing my mother's going to say? Where are you getting the money to do this? Do you have the money to do what? Who's in it with you? Well, why a bar? Why can't you go back to radio and get a regular job?
She sounds like she was proud of your radio thing.
Oh, my mother was never happier. Not because I was in radio. Why do you think she was happy?
Steady paycheck.
Thank you.
That's what it was about.
Insurance.
Oh, yes.
Benefits.
That's a different era, right?
Right?
It's a different era.
Yeah. I could make just as much now independently,
right,
as I did in radio.
Right.
But it wouldn't register with my mother.
You said that I remember you telling a story where you told your mom, was it stand-up that you were on television and that was the one that you got the accomplishment for, but your mom didn't really, didn't nothing else?
That's
she didn't care about it.
It's just like my son's on the radio. She was proud of that. And we had the #1 show for a long time. She was proud of that. More proud of the fact that I had a regular paycheck and benefits. When I started to do stand-up comedy, she came to my shows when I was in Florida, and she laughed and she said, "Oh, it was the same reaction you would get from your mom after you did a recital in the 5th grade." You were good, honey. You were good. You were
Yay.
good. What was your favorite part, Mom? Oh, you know, that part in the middle.
Somewhere she trailed off, right?
So my mother also knew I was an investigator, and she hated that job. She hated that job. She tolerated stand-up, but she didn't think it was a real job because
Sure.
I was in a different town every week until, I don't know what flips the switch on a parent, but my first television
She
appearance.
probably connected with the radio because, she
wait,
grew up
wait.
from that radio
She
era.
did,
Wait,
but
hear this.
But with stand-up, it didn't click until I did my first national television appearance on a show that was on Fox called Comic Strip Live. I was on national television, and that's when. Did you see my son on television?
Oh.
Oh yeah. Did you see? If she was running into a friend in Florida, did you go to Side Splitters and see my son at work at Side Splitters this weekend? No, not happening. Did you see my son on Fox TV over the weekend? Then it became a real job.
Sure.
Yeah. And it had to be network because I was on A&E's Comedy on the Road,
Uh-huh.
another little comedy show that was on cable. That didn't count because my mother didn't have cable.
That's great.
Right? I just thought of that. Comedy on the Road. An old school comedian by the name of John Biner was the host. I did Comedy on the Road. That was my first TV thing. And the big one was Comic Strip Live. But no, that didn't count. Didn't count. And I'm surprised that Fox counted because Fox was still kind of new at that point.
I remember
that was
Comic Strip Live.
I was
young.
Yeah, that was in their Married with Children years. It was early on, but yeah.
I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear.
Oh my God!
When you get back from Florida, what your mom has said.
Not only my mother, my sister, my brother-in-law. I mean, it's going to be questions. It's going to be concerns. It's going to be criticisms. It's going to be opinions. If I can get one, well, good luck without it sounding sarcastic. That would be great. That would be awesome.
But you picked
What's your odds? What's the odds on that?
Oh God, bet heavy. Bet heavy.
You picked a great town, and I love towns.
Do you know the history of Westerville?
No.
Do you know that it was a dry
Oh, yeah?
up until recently?
Did you know that Prohibition started in Westerville?
What?
Yes. And I only learned this recently when talking about when it came up that Dino was doing a bar in Westerville.
The movement for Prohibition actually started in Westerville.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't
By-
know that.
By
Temperance movement, women's temperance movement. Yep.
yes.
And
But I just love towns
What
that
year
promote their own.
did they start allowing alcohol again?
I don't remember.
Not too long ago, no?
Like 2020.
Oh, Westerville. I thought you meant when it was Prohibition over with.
Westerville.
It's been a handful of years now. It's been maybe close to a decade. There was, it's funny. Is like, yeah, no matter what, the creative world, you definitely have to have thick skin, and I know that thick skin is going to come in handy in the bar and restaurant world because while I love all the nice comments, I read the one negative, and what is it? You always focus on the negative one, and the guy said, "We don't need any more bars in this town. Westerville has turned into Wastelandville." Like, okay, all right.
They help your algorithm. I don't read my comments either. I don't read them. Everybody on side of post.
There's that plug again.
Everybody,
Twice.
everybody, if everybody is liking you, if everybody is loving you, then you're not doing.
You're not fully engaged with people.
You're not doing enough to separate yourself.
That's right. That's right.
It's the haters that drive me.
Yeah, right.
It's the haters.
I don't care
it's
either
like,
way.
Oh, you
I
don't
don't
like
care
it?
either
Cool.
way.
It makes me keep going.
I'm
It gives me
perfectly
the
okay
urge
with
to go some
everybody having
further.
their own opinion.
Yeah, they need to. Yeah,
I'm perfectly okay with that.
I've
It
said it.
doesn't bother me at all.
Dino quote: "The world keeps changing, and I got one pair of pants." I've said that. That's an original quote. You can take that one to the bank with you. But yeah, it's true.
I love it. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for me
too. And yet,
And you reinvented yourself at 61, right?
what's what I told you? You said you're loving your journey. You said this off the air.
Yes.
You said this off the
I love my
podcast.
journey.
You love your journey. And I'm going to tell you that, and I'll say that. I don't mean to sound like the old wise man pointing the finger at you, but I am the old wise man pointing the finger.
Sure.
Your journey will continue, and it will shift and change. And that's the crazy part. I'm 67. Next year, I'll be 68. I'm 2 years away from 70. I'm like,
but you don't look it.
I don't feel it in my head and in my heart. And
I
despite
am the youngest one here.
you are.
Just to put that out there, right?
Oh, yeah, you're going to put that out there?
And despite a lot of good things that are happening right now, and I really do appreciate them because I got spoiled. I had a nice 24-year run, and I didn't think it was going to be over until I chose for it to be over.
And it kind of shoved you back into that creative mode.
It put me into a place that I didn't think. I always said, like, wow, this happened at 60. If it would have happened at 40, I probably would have had a little more fortitude and a little more resolution to bounce out of it a little quicker. It was harder at 60. I did take some things for granted.
Sure.
Not in a cocky way, not in a grandiose way, not at all. But I did, and
You were just sitting on that couch comfortable.
yeah, yeah. And those last 7 years were tough, and I don't mean to get sappy and sentimental because I prefer to bust balls with him and
All the time.
I've actually kept account. I haven't insulted you nearly enough on this podcast.
I've been waiting for it.
I know, but
Because I want to throw it back.
I've been waiting for you to say something that I can retort back to quickly. But you've been kind and gracious, and I'm like, shit.
Right.
Yeah,
It's the public image.
yeah, and like, oh man, he's he actually is kind and gracious. But he's been he has, in this short amount of time that we have been look. I have a big square of wonderful acquaintances.
Mm-hmm.
I love all those acquaintances, but they are just that. They're
Right.
acquaintances. I have a much smaller circle of real friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a very important circle. So
It's a trust circle.
it's a trust circle of sorts. And Richie would be in the Bermuda Triangle.
I was waiting for something sappy to come out.
He says
In the
that.
far corner of the triangle, too.
He's lost. He's lost in the mix somewhere. No, that's not true. You know that. But I will tell you something to
Their
your credit.
trio has become a
Quattro.
That's right.
And I will tell you something to your credit, and this is not, this is a sincere moment. You probably got into the circle faster and quicker than anybody ever has
I agree with
my
that
life
exact
and world.
statement. That's exactly what's happened to me with him. It's just like there's something about him where
Yeah.
he says sometimes he comes off as an asshole.
No,
he's
he is an
actually-
asshole.
But
He's a huge asshole.
down
No,
deep-
that's not. No. There's no. He doesn't come off as one. That is the prototype.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, he's an ass.
and then you get down in those skin
Thank
layers.
you, Jeremy. By the way, I was fighting for some reasons to get. Go on, continue. Go else. What
And
else
you
I
get
can I
deeper
dispute?
in there, and he's a nice guy, and that's what Richie says. And it's like, and then he says that I come off as this nice guy,
He's not.
but you get down to those layers, and I'm a real asshole. That's what he
Matt,
says.
thank you. He finally admits it live here on the
No,
television.
it's not true, ladies.
Oh,
It's
now
not.
he's gonna
It's
now
not.
he's gonna
I'm a good
backpedal.
guy.
He's backpedaling
I'm
now.
a good guy. No, I'm keeping my persona. So I have a question for
But
you.
wait, before you get there.
Oh, you always do this to
Let
me.
him ask his question. Let him ask his question.
Wait.
I have a good question. So go
God,
ahead
you're
with
such an
your-
asshole.
Go ahead with your stupid question.
Should we tell him my prank?
Sure, you could. You don't. I'm surprised you haven't told
I
him.
don't think I told you my prank on Dino.
Oh my God, it's the prank that might not be done yet. So I'll let him tell you.
So when we were in New York at the premiere.
I gotta pour another whiskey because this just makes me ill.
We were at the premiere for
That's
Felt.
excellent, by the way. As you noted, for the record, I don't drink.
The camera's over here, by the way.
I don't drink. I probably haven't had a drink in 6 months.
That doesn't make me feel good.
Well, this is my third one.
It doesn't make me feel good. I've had a drop of alcohol in 6 months until you came in. And that
Thanks.
was,
Oh, no. I don't have any problem with alcohol.
Now I'm off the wagon.
I'm just not that guy.
just haven't had a drink in 6 months until I showed up.
No. I just
What
don't. I
the
like
hell?
alcohol. I just don't always drink alcohol.
And here he is on his third glass.
That's excellent stuff.
So we're at the Down to the Felt premiere at the New York at a film festival in New York, and John Osbeck hands me his phone and asks me to take a picture of him, Ralph, and Dino. So in the midst of me taking this picture, and we'll have to post it up on here. I turn the screen around and take a picture of myself. It's a giant picture of my face. It's a
Horrible.
whew. Anyway,
It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant at all.
so John
That
finds
makes that
it.
nose bigger.
John eventually finds it a few hours later on his phone. And it's just like, what the hell is this? Dino, a week or two later, is gonna go to Florida.
Go to Florida to visit my mother, like a good son should.
And I said to Ralph, I said, we need to print out a bunch of this photo of myself and hide them around Dino's house.
All over the house.
So
All
we-
over the house.
So we printed out
Probably the worst horror movie you've ever
How
been
many
in.
did you print out? You never
49?
There's 49.
49 photo, I believe
Okay,
49
49.
photos.
I have to do a count, but I tell you what, I'm not close to 49 yet.
So we go to the house,
That's creepy.
Little,
Look creepy.
little.
and Ralph has a stack of photos. I have a stack of photos, and we're just hiding them in different places. Not knowing where we're hiding them, not remembering.
You're not allowed on my property anymore. What an awful trick.
So turn around. Wait, it gets better.
Oh, yeah. Oh, better. Debatable.
It gets better. I also made a blanket
Oh, God. The blanket is horrific.
With his face on it?
with my
Same
face
picture.
on it. Same picture.
Same
and
picture.
it says struggle snuggle.
Every time he says struggle, snuggle, because he brings it up on a regular basis.
Have you ever used that blanket?
No. No.
He snuggles with that blanket.
No,
When
no,
he misses me,
I can honestly tell you without a doubt.
a dog
Where's
or
the camera?
something?
No. In fact, I have the blanket in a cedar chest, much like something evil that needs to be kept.
You can just throw it away.
No, but I'm afraid if I throw it away,
It'll get curse you or something.
something else will curse me. But if I keep it locked up in the cedar chest, like, what's in the cedar? Don't go in there. Don't open it. Don't let out the struggle snuggle. It is the most obnoxious. The picture's obnoxious.
It is.
Can you imagine it?
It is.
On a full blanket. I mean, part of me admires
for
the
that.
commitment.
He paid for
Yeah,
that.
part of me admires the commitment. The other part damns the commitment. you know?
Right.
And I'm still finding pictures.
Yes. When you first found them when he got back, it was.
It was an invasion of your privacy.
When I first found them, somebody had, a family member had freaked out because the toilet seat was up. And normally it's down. And so they thought somebody's been in the house. And I'm like, that's crazy. No, I went, oh, wait a minute. Ralphie's come over here to feed the cat. And like I started to piece it all together. And I'm like, okay. And I found 2 or 3. And
There was one in the toilet.
no one in the toilet.
I would
but
have
the
left
fact-
that one.
The fact, no.
That's target practice.
No, I'm surprised there wasn't one in the toilet, to be honest with you. There'd be one less for my collection because I've kept them all. Because I know now they're just 49.
I think.
All right, close to it.
But I did mess with him because he was like, at one point he said, "How many are there?" And I was like, "What's the number? What's the number on the back of it?"
Oh, they're all numbered?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
they're not.
No, they're not. He
Which,
was fucking with me.
I missed
You
that
missed that opportunity.
because they could have put like 310, and that would have been just epic.
1 of 310.
There's still more to find. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
And I love the text messages when he finds them.
Yeah. Yeah, because I will text him every time I find it. And I have not found one in quite a few months. And each time I find one, I'm like, well, that's on me because I haven't cleaned back here in 9 months. So that's on me. That's on me. I would have found this earlier if I would have cleaned this shelf,
Right.
9 months ago and,
Right.
and maybe, applied a little Swiffer to it. I might have found the picture sooner. So it's kind of like that in a way, but it's also really not
Demented, dark,
yeah.
sick.
Yeah, but it's
Self-promoting.
also his sense of humor, I guess. I'm very forgiving at times.
You could have just left around like a bunch of subs. That would have been great.
Why you gotta hurt me again, Jeremy? Why you gotta bring up the subs? Why do you gotta bring something that apparently I no longer am?
Right, you're not in that. You're not in the triangle
I'm
anymore.
not. No. I am in the Bermuda. I'm exactly where I'm at.
All right.
I'm in the Bermuda Triangle of sandwiches.
Right.
I hear Ralphie talk about what a great sandwich he had.
Ralphie had one yesterday on set.
Of course he did. That's fine.
What does Ralphie give him that you don't?
Ralphie gives him way more time than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. Ralphie is a prince amongst princes. Him and Richie talk every day.
Twice a day.
I
Twice
know.
a day?
Sometimes 3 times.
Really?
Seriously, morning and night.
Richie's like a. He's one of them phone people. He likes
I'm
to
not.
call.
I'm not.
And he wants to talk for like 30 minutes,
I'm not.
and I can't focus on like 2 things at once.
Right.
And I'll be working, and he'll be like, "What are you looking at?" Because
I know
I
I don't have
haven't
his
engaged
attention
with him
anymore.
enough.
I don't have his attention.
And I'm like, dude, because I've been on the phone with you for 30 minutes, dude.
I
Like,
could
phone
I
guy.
could talk to him for hours on end, much like we are tonight. Jesus Christ, how long have we gone?
a long time.
I don't even know. I could talk to him for hours on end, but on the phone, I hate talking on the phone for a long period of time. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me if you guys talk 2-3 times a day. I made a crack the other day about the 2 of them when we drove up to New York for the film festival for Down the Felt. I sat in the back seat, and I just sat back there quietly and amazed that those 2 talked nonstop for the 9 hours that we drove.
I could see that.
I chimed in every
and I
once
like
in a while.
And that's exactly where I want to be. I want to be at the back of the bus, chilling out, and listening to conversations about things, and want to chime in once in a while and just enjoy the ambiance.
Yeah.
Look out the window.
I would listen, and every once in a while I would chime in with something if I heard it, but it just and then after a while it got to be like white noise, where it actually lulled me to sleep.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
Just
took a little nap.
the mutual overlapping of your 2 voices, yours a little higher, Ralphie's a little lower. They all came together in this nice,
That's
lovely
so funny.
and the neck pillow.
and the neck pillow, which Richie provided the neck pillow as well. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all.
So I had one more question. Of course, he took us out on La La Land.
Yeah,
here,
he did, a
but
little bit.
I had a question. Like, what advice do you give to people out there? You've jumped around to different things, and you've done a lot of. You've been in L.A., then back to Ohio, and you like you said, you're just doing life. What advice did you see in hindsight that you would tell somebody else that's kind of living the same life that you have?
if somebody is where I'm at in life, is that what your question? Where I'm at, particularly right now in life,
or where
just
you
in
have
general?
Or giving advice to somebody that is going through the things that you have went through in your
Okay,
past.
well, no. It's funny because I shared this the other day. It's something that I wrote down that I think works. It's another Dino quote, if you will. You're 50. I'm 67. How old are you?
49.
Not for long.
Nope, October.
I know. Catch up. I wrote down that I'm young enough to still make mistakes, but I'm getting too old to harbor any more regret.
Yeah. That's a good quote. You know, I ask people quotes all the time. That's a pretty solid quote. I appreciate that.
Hopefully I'll be remembered for that one. Because that's a Dino quote, and that's how I felt one day, and that quote came to fruition when I agreed to go in on the bar with Chris, because I was doubtful because there were a lot of factors that said you have no business doing this, but my friend saw the value in me being part of it. He saw a bigger picture that I couldn't see, because sometimes in life, and that's the other thing I'll tell you too, sometimes in life we have blinders on and all we see is what's in front of us. And that's all we can focus on because that's all we can see. And I tell this to people all the time. I said, if you take the blinders off just for a second, all of a sudden you see something to the right and something to the left, and it changes your perspective because the blinders are off. You're no longer just tunnel vision looking ahead, and all you see is what you see ahead. There's shit here and there's shit over here. And if you take those blinders off, all of a sudden you may find something. You may find nothing. You may just find, it's just nothing to my left, nothing to, but on the chance that you do, at least you have the opportunity to look that way instead of just this way. So I tell people to take the blinders off, because I had the blinders on. All I could see for a while there was just the gloom and the freaking doom, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No,
Appreciate that honesty.
Nope. A lot of
And-
lessons learned.
And I
You're
love.
you're a dad, right?
I am. I'm a dad from a lot of kids.
He's a grandpa, too.
I am a grandpa.
You're a grandpa.
I'm a grandpa.
I'm not even a grandpa.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
old.
I'm not even a grandpa.
But my kids they're 26, 27, and they've been married for a while, and they finally decided to have their kiddo, and I think that's great.
My daughter got married for the first time. She was engaged many times, but she got married finally for the first time at 43. She turned 44 last April, so yeah. So
I'm also a foster parent.
because you're just not good enough of a person, you have to be even better.
Right.
And you're
Right.
you're
I
not
love being a foster
You're
parent.
like you're.
I love
I
being a
bet you
foster
do. I
parent.
think that's amazing.
Yeah, and we foster medical fragile kids,
Oh my God.
and
He's trying for sainthood.
and it's
How did you associate yourself with such a good person, and why hasn't it
Right.
transferred over to you?
right, and he keeps
Why
trying to
hasn't
think
it?
I'm this
Why hasn't it
asshole.
rubbed off?
Because evil just stays evil.
Oh my God, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. It's just my give back, just like what you're doing.
Why
with
do you feel
suicide.
you need to give back? Why your give back? What?
I think that everybody should give back in some way. I've taught my kids that.
That's good.
I think everybody should give back in some. If everybody in life gave back just a little bit of whatever skill they have.
Harassing people like you. Like that's my give back.
No,
is like
it's I mean,
busting your balls
seriously.
and hiding photos in your house.
Yeah,
I think if people gave back a little
Stop
bit of
giving.
themselves,
Yes.
and what their skill was at,
right.
we'd have a better society.
You make a very good point.
So I've always taught my kids I expect them. I don't care how they do it. I just expect it. I expect you to give back in some way. And it doesn't have to be monetarily. It could be, I guess. But
No,
I mean,
some people that's all they. That's if that's the only way they can
but
do
you
it.
should give back to society in some way.
Which brings me back to something you said earlier, like, congratulations, you're doing this, you're doing that. And there's still a part of me that says, okay. And I don't know, maybe there isn't one. Maybe the thought that I need one is what keeps me or anybody in this world going. I keep thinking, like, what is going to be the final chapter? What's going to be
just keep on living. My
the legacy?
Mom is...
What's going to be the big thing that I can say, all right, I'm done. That was it right there. Because I thought Down to the Felt was it, and it's not.
I'm going to put this out
why do you
here.
have to have an ending?
Well, hold on.
I don't know.
I'm going to put this out here right now. And I don't want to. Bottom of the Bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
And I can see it going national.
Oh, absolutely.
I would love to. We will definitely be putting a sizzle reel together to pitch to those people that say, hey, we could do this all over the country, all over the world. Would I like to go to Japan and go to Hibaki and distillery and then have Hibaki send me to some bar where they do something fun with their yeah.
Right.
With octopus. You'll be eating octopus instead of oysters. The live ones. You ever see the live ones that they have? They eat it and test.
You know what? You're right.
I would totally do that.
You're right.
I would
He
totally
is
do
a
that.
little. You scrape under a little bit, then you see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would totally do that.
No, man, I'm Greek. On my father's side of the family,
right up and
there's
put them in a
Greek.
little soy sauce.
I can't. The tentacles.
Soy sauce on octopus?
The little,
Yeah, haven't you
little
ever seen that?
suction
I would
cups that
totally
are-
want to do it. I watch that stuff.
Can't do it. No.
Absolutely.
No, but I see Bottom of the Bar. I see Bottom of the Bar.
I can see
I
it
see
too.
you and Bottom of the Bar going national.
You know what I love about
Better
Bottom-
hurry, because I don't think they're going to want a 70-year-old doing it.
Why not?
Why not?
You don't look 70. You don't act 70.
All right, you're right. That's a good point.
Why not?
No,
My
it's
mom
just
is
the
70
number,
years
it's just
old.
the
She's still
mindset.
in college.
You're right. What do you call it?
Young at heart?
No, not young at heart. I'm
Still alive?
I'm slamming myself. I'm like saying I'm putting myself down when I should.
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
No, I think Bottom of the Bar is awesome because you're loving on other people, and you're promoting other people,
And it's-
and you're bringing out the stories. Because I'm a reporter, so I totally get that. When you scoop a story out about somebody's life or what somebody's doing, and you show their passion for what they do. That's powerful, man, and that's what I like about Bottle of the Bar.
Well, thank you, because I know me saying it out loud doesn't sound sincere, and it's like, it's just something that everybody says, but I do love meeting the
I can
people.
tell you do.
I do. I mean, that's part of it. I tell my crew, I said, there's 3 things that I want everybody to keep in mind when we're shooting these things. Every 30 to 45 seconds, they either have to learn something, laugh at something, or just flat out love something.
Mm-hmm.
And if those 3 things are happening throughout the episode, then we're doing our job. Keep that in mind for the edit. Learn, laugh, love. And that's not a bad philosophy in life either, to learn, to laugh, and to ultimately love. Because when you stop learning, I mean, isn't that funny? You think, the older you get, the wiser you get. And I used to do a joke. I said, that's bullshit. The older you get older, you drink Budweiser, and that's about as good as it gets. But no, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from life, from the experiences. I am constantly amazed at how the past continues to influence and educate,
I love how deep you're getting right now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Maybe the whiskey got a little
It
bit
could be
there,
the whiskey.
but no, it's not. I'm comfortable.
No, that's what you should be.
Which is a compliment to the two of you. To be
It's
able to
more
sit here.
me. It's not him.
You're right. It absolutely is. In fact, it's probably all of you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Richie.
I know what I bring to the table.
Yeah, Richie makes me very uncomfortable.
Right.
That's a crock of shit.
Well, Richie, do you think we...
shared how many hotel rooms with me?
I did. Did we actually share a bed once?
No, we did not.
Just me and
No,
Ralphie?
I shared a bed with John.
With John, okay.
Yes. You and Ralphie shared the bed.
Me and Ralphie have shared beds. We've had to share beds in hotel rooms when we decided to cheap up and crash together.
Which
So
I think has made
I've never shared.
the trips and the premieres and the
Oh,
festivals
that much fun.
so much more fun. Much more fun.
Also find out how kind of quirky he is with his little sleep rituals, the things he's got to do. He's got to wear a little cap before he goes to bed.
You
Did
don't
know
have
that?
to tell me. I don't even have to
Did you know
be in
he has
that
to wear a little
world to know
cap?
how weird that man is.
I'm telling you, like,
I don't have to be there.
Okay.
I
All of a
already
sudden,
know.
Yeah, spend one weekend on the road with Richie, and you'll feel way better about yourself.
Yeah. When I fall asleep on the couch and he's, have a hair bonnet on or something. Right.
Yeah, that's the first thing. Okay.
Right. Well, Richie, do you want to finish this up?
Well, Dino Tripodis, thank you for coming on our show.
Taking up more time than any guest ever has in the history of it.
Maybe.
Bringing a
Maybe.
bottle, celebrating our 21st episode where we are legal to actually drink
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
with a bottle created by you from your show, Bottle to Bar.
Yep.
thank you.
This has been an honor.
It is an honor because I really love the show.
I
and
do-
and I'm going to tell everybody out there, go out there, follow it on YouTube.
From bottleofbar.com.
And if ladies, if you're thinking about some sort of gift you want to give to your husband and he likes whiskey or something like that, go on Bottle of Bar. Look at that map and take him to one of those places because these are people that really love on these different liquors and these different ways of eating and stuff like that. This is a great present.
Some of these places are only...
Take your husband to the bar, have the food, try some stuff.
Some of these places are only 90 minutes, 2 hours away. I think the furthest we've traveled has been up towards Toledo. And it wasn't even Toledo. It was a little town called Elmore, Ohio. And Paisan, you should know the little distillery was Ernest Scarano Distillery. And it's the only place you can get their whiskey is there.
Yep. What a great fun adventure.
Right.
Like you said, just living life and just doing life and enjoying the walk. That's exactly what that is. And get out there and enjoy it. Take your man out to this or your lady if she likes whiskey. Out to one of these
Make
places.
a weekend of it. Have a great time. I think we spent enough time here talking. This was episode 21. The great, the famous, the talented Dino Tripodis, one of my best friends. Thank you, Dino.
I will agree with one of those. One of those things you said. One of your best friends. The rest is up for debate. And self-promotion before I go. When the blind pour opens up in Westerville, come to it on 20 South State Street.
I want to go.
We will. We'll go there and we'll take photos and we'll do a little talk about it. This was the 21st episode of Weekend Review with Richie and Jeremy. You could also catch us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, Amazon Podcast, YouTube, and Roundtown Radio with Flounder.
Flounder. Love that guy.
Thank you guys. Have a great night.